military struggle between two armed forces or group of nations. Also, it is an armed conflict between two masked enemies or armies.
That what is modern warfare? Modern warfare basically in a word means a war or a kind of battle that being fought recently or currently.
There are three kinds of modern warfare. First is the electronic warfare, second is the nuclear warfare, lastly is the space warfare.
Simply a type of warfare fought non-violently using electronic devices such as decoding enemy coded messages or communications, jamming enemy communications. To counter this hacking and interceptions, countries have developed cryptography, the use of sonars, radars, and satellites to detect or locate enemy positions or map terrains has also come into use. Another great electronic warfare weapon would be the LRAD, short for Long Range Acoustic Device. The Long Range Acoustic Device is an acoustic hailing device and sonic weapon developed by LRAD Corporation to send messages, warnings, and harmful pain-inducing tones over longer distances than normal loudspeakers.
Simply, this is a type of warfare which relies on nuclear weapons. There are two types of warfare in this category. In a limited nuclear war, a small number of weapons are used in a tactical exchange aimed primarily at opposing military forces. In a full-scale nuclear war, large numbers of weapons are used in attack aimed at entire countries. This type of warfare would target both military bases and civilians. The most famous examples of nuclear warfare would be the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings by United States of America during World War II.
No wars have yet been fought here yet. In the future, the possibility of this type of warfare occurring holds high potential. Space warfare will be fought using orbital weaponry and space weapons. High-value outer space targets would include satellites or weapon platforms. Notably, no space weapons exist yet, but ground-to-space missiles have been successfully tested against satellites.
Some current or recent modern-day wars that are still ongoing, we can mention the most famous like Israel versus Iran or Syrian civil war.
Iranian-Israeli relations have shifted from close ties between Israel and Iran during the era of the Pahlavi dynasty to hostility since the Islamic Revolution led by Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. The development of nuclear technology and funding of the groups Hamas and Hezbollah, tensions have risen between the State of Israel and the Islamic Republic of Iran, especially after the election of the hardline Mahmoud Ahmadinejad in 2005.
During Ayatollah Khomeini's campaign to overthrow Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, Israel, which had relatively warm relations with the Shah, became an issue. Khomeini declared Israel an enemy of Islam and the Little Satan. The United States was called the Great Satan.
After the second phase of the 1979 Iranian Revolution, which witnessed the establishment of the Islamic Republic, Iran cut off all official relations. Official statements, state institutes, events, and sanction initiatives adopted a sharp anti-Zionist stance.
The conflict began on March 15, 2011, with popular demonstrations that grew nationwide by April 2011. These demonstrations were part of the wider Middle Eastern protest movement known as the Arab Spring. Protesters demanded the resignation of President Bashar al-Assad, whose family has held the presidency in Syria since 1971, as well as the end to over 4 decades of Ba'ath Party rule. In April 2011, the Syrian army was deployed to quell the uprising, and soldiers were ordered to fire on demonstrators across the country. After months of military sieges, the protest evolved into an armed rebellion.
As the uprising progressed, opposition fighters became more well-equipped and organized, and senior military officers and government officials began to defect as well as the opposition.
Ano sabi niyo about sa war?
Ang war, kasi depende kung war sa internal o external. Ano bang war ang gusto mo? War
Pag
ng
po internal.
bansa to bansa or
Bansa to
sa
bansa.
internal lang? About sa internal, siyempre dito sa atin lang, mostly ang pinaglalaban nila dito pagka sa Mindanao, di ba? Nung araw pa yan eh. Wala pa nung araw yan, hindi na nagkakaintindihan about na narinig natin sa mga nauna sa atin about sa lupain daw. Pero as of now, hindi na eh. Bago na yung sistema. Lalo narinig nyo na yung mga nangyari sa mga gano'n, mga lupas, sa mga GI, mga Bisaya, mga gano'n. Hindi na lupain ang pinaglalaban, kundi ranso, hindi na kanais-nais. So, maraming klase ng war.
Na-experience niyo po ba o kaya po makakita po na sa war?
Oo naman.
Ano po yung mga ginagawa niyo pagka may mga war?
Alam mo pa tungkol sa war, kailangan maging wise ka dyan. Lalo-lalo na sa labanan. As of my experience, siyempre, sa South, actual fighting. Kailangan huwag kang tatamarin na mapa. Laro.
Masasabi niyo po ba na ang war is peace?
Minsan. Bakit? Dahil sa hindi pagkakaintindihan, so nagkakaroon ng war. So, pag walang war, napapag-usapan din. Kaya kami tinatawag na peace, di ba?
About war.
War is it's a nuisance really kasi it's more on the reactions of different people towards a single conflict or a single issue. Kaya nagkakaroon ng conflict kasi tayo lahat, iba-iba tayo ng opinions, hindi minsan masyadong extreme, masyadong radical yung paniniwala ng iba, and sometimes they really want to fight for it. Kaya tayo nagkakaroon ng war.
Have you experienced war?
War in family. No, when you define war, you have your unconventional war and your conventional war. Of course, your conventional war is when you have your machines and your guns, and then your unconventional war is yung sa loob lang ng, say, ng locality, ng ganyan. I have not yet been part of a war, but of course, when you're in the Philippines, it's inevitable that you see war every day. And when you're a Filipino, you're always part of a war. War against insurgency, war against poverty. So when you say war, it's fighting against something, then there is always war, and you're always a part of it.
So what are your opinions about the existence of war?
The existence of war is inevitable actually kasi of course you have change. Change does not exactly mean progress. So change is inevitable, progress is not. So when you have war, it's natural. It's natural to have war. But most importantly, for you to have war, if you have war, you can appreciate peace. And doon nagkakaroon ng appreciation, nagkakaroon ng motivation to fight war. Kasi mas gusto mo magkaroon ng peace. Oo, kasi na-appreciate mo yung absence of war.
Can you say that war is peace?
War is not peace. Kasi war is the opposite of peace. Semantics. But, war, as I said earlier, war makes you appreciate peace more. And without war, without suffering, there would be no compassion. There would be no kindness in the world. So, in a way, war is good because opposites are always good. So that you can value love more, or you can value more your people, or cherish more your loved ones.
All I can say about wars is that this is an effect.
Thank you
or
very much.
aftermath
We hope
of
you
things
enjoyed the
that
show
were not,
as we also
clearly
enjoyed presenting it to you.
understood,
Mabuhay
some
and Godspeed.
misunderstandings about ideologies and ideas that cannot be undertaken by means of diplomatic undertaking.
Have you experienced or seen war?
Not in my lifetime, but though I am teaching about it because I teach about armed conflict in connection with the international humanitarian law. There is a saying that you cannot actually enjoy the peace, or you cannot actually appreciate the real meaning of peace if you haven't really gone through what war is. But then at this present point of time, we would not want war to happen for us to appreciate peace.
Without war, there would be no peace. Every war has its own purpose. It exists because a group of strong forces wanted to destroy or restore the decent regime, and of course, they wanted peace.
Life is a balance. Since beginning of the time, peace has been always fought for. One can't exist with others. Without wrong, we wouldn't know what's right. Without evil, there would be no good.
One, two, three.
There are three kinds of modern warfare. First is electronic warfare. Wait! There are three kinds of modern warfare. First is the electronic... Wait. It exists because... Wait.
Okay, one, two, three.
It exists because the strong forces... Ah!
Okay, one, two,
Okay, some current... without wrong, we wouldn't know what's right. There would be no good... no, wrong.
1, 2, 3.
We are Group 5 and this is our documentary about warfare. One, two, three. We are Group 5 and this is our documentary about warfare. Thank you for appreciating it. Cut mo na lang yan.
1, 2, 3.
We are Group 5.
We are...